Everyone is speaking about Justice Scalia, but here is Associate Justice Scalia in his own words.
I, Antonin Scalia, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Okay.
I would not like to be replaced by someone who immediately sets about undoing everything that I've tried to do. But, I mean, I shouldn't have to tell you that. Unless you think I'm a fool. I look to the words of the Constitution, but I ask, what did those words mean to the society that adopted them?
Radio talk show host and a former clerk for Justice Clarence Thomas in the United States Supreme Court. Laura Ingraham is here. Nice to see you, Laura.
Nice to see you.
When did you first meet Justice Scalia?
Oh, gosh, I'm really dating myself. I worked in the Reagan administration for Bill Bennett when he was at Education Secretary. And Gene Scalia was also a speechwriter, and he introduced me to his father. He had just been nominated to the Supreme Court. It was 1986, I believe, or early 87. But everything's been said, but it's like one of those people that really, you can't say enough. Larger than life, hilarious. You'd be hearing him play opera in his chambers, working late at night. Never complained about the workload, and was joyful as he was tough. And that's hard to come by in Washington.
Well, you know, he really did have an impact on the court, whether you're for him or against what he did. I mean, he was not just a justice that left a medium impact. He left a big impact.
Left a big impact on every law school in the nation, on every law textbook in the nation. I mean, I went to the University of Virginia where he taught law. I mean, I was there after he taught, but I mean, you can't read a constitutional law textbook without reading a classic Scalia majority opinion or dissenting opinion, as, you know, from, you know, when he talks about the jiggery-pokery of the majority. I mean, he just had
Well, he had hostile
hilarious
ones, too. He could put some blistering dissents.
Yeah, the Lemon versus Kurtzman, the Lemon test, of course, the Establishment Clause was one of his least favorite doctrines of the Supreme Court. But he had something that is just, again, sorely missing in Washington today. The ability to disagree without being disagreeable. It's hard to do. So one of the other times I met him was not met him, but it was with him on New Year's Eve in 1987. And he was like, where are we going for New Year's Eve? We're going to Judge Ginsburg's apartment. Oh, she's on the D.C. Circuit. She was obviously a lot younger than me. She's on the D.C. Circuit, and they celebrated, I think, many New Year's Eves together.
They were both together on the D.C. Circuit, right?
Yes,
Before
of course.
They both ended up in the Supreme Court.
They were good friends there. And again, I don't want to say that that's the whole legacy of Scalia. His legacy is as an originalist. He believed it was literally a crime to substitute his personal opinion for the wisdom of the framers of the Constitution, and that the Constitution was not an evolving document that evolved from generation to generation. And if it did, the actual underpinning of our whole society would be deteriorated. He believed that, and he said, is it perfect? No, it's not perfect, but of all the legal theories out there, it is the best among them. And I think that really is his legacy, an understanding of what originalism means.
All right, viewers, this is your chance at home to vote on Twitter. Should a new justice be confirmed before President Obama leaves office? Tweet yes or no using hashtag Greta.
No.
We'll show you your live Twitter votes throughout the show. Now we ask you, well, why shouldn't the president, the Constitution says shall, why shouldn't he nominate someone and the Senate can reject them?
I mean, I have no doubt. I mean, Obama's going to nominate someone, I have no doubt, but it doesn't say that the Senate shall confirm
No, but it says
nominate.
he shall nominate. It doesn't say the Senate shall say yes or no.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, we went through this. I have two words for all these people. Robert Bork, okay? Robert Bork. Also, Lillian Bevere, Miguel Estrada,
what
all
about
the people.
Justice Kennedy?
What about Justice Kennedy?
I mean, we went from Bork, Ginsburg to Kennedy.
Right. Well, yes, we did. That was the process.
But so, I mean, the process did play out.
Well, a lot of us think it played out really horrorably. But the idea that the Republicans have to roll over for President Obama. What do you mean they have to roll? They're in charge now. There is nothing constitutionally requiring them to confirm a justice to the Supreme Court of the United States.
I agree with you, but the Constitution says the president shall nominate. He shall nominate.
It doesn't say when he shall nominate.
No. But it says he's supposed to do his job. Shall nominate, and if the Republicans don't want to do anything with it, they don't.
There's a lot to do
or they can
year.
vote him down.
There's a lot to do. The Congress has a lot on its plate this year. I mean, I'm being a little bit facetious, but we're all sitting here like, well, the president's going to have to do this, and Congress. We know that if the shoe were on the other foot, the Democrats would be stopping this, and Chuck Schumer argued it should be stopped.
And I would be saying the same thing at that point.
Well,
Anyway.
maybe you would, Greta, but the idea that the Democrats who stopped phenomenal judges like Miguel Estrada, Lillian Bevere, who Clinton stopped prevented from getting nominated.
Not to mention the two of us.
Yeah, I mean,
not to mention the two of us.
Yeah, Greta, you get my
the two of us
nomination.
anyway. Laura, thank
Great
you.
to see you.